I can do a drum cover of this eventually because it's legal. But the thing is, I'll tell you right now, I'm out of shape and I can't. Even though the song's like 3 minutes tops. Why do you turn this thing on? I have a hell of a time keeping up with it. Much less playing the frickin' eighth notes on the snare the whole time. Which, to be honest, on the studio recording, I don't think he's doing. I mean, he's doing it at the certain intro parts, but I don't think he's doing it on the beat for the song. Just my opinion. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'll play a little so you can hear these hi-hats. This is one of Paiste Bob's 15-inch original giant beat hats. Okay, white label. That 885 gram top and a 909 gram bottom. A 909 gram bottom. Listen to that. Okay, now you'll notice that on the studio recording of Rock and Roll, listen to almost the exact same hats. All right, so here we go. All right, here we go. And so again, these are, I have another pair of Paiste 15-inch original giant beat hats, too, that are Bob's. For some reason, it's buffering, though. So, and the other hats, so what I was saying, wait a minute here. So the other hats are a 912 gram top and a 1059 gram bottom, okay? So anybody else has any original 15-inch giant beat hats, white label, 1967, 1971-ish, and black label, 1971-ish, 1977. Yes, there are some made through the 70s. They will have a black label. They'll look almost identical to the reissues. Okay. Right here, listen. Haha! There it is. I'll move that floor tom over. Anyway, so that's it. So any more 15-inch giant beats out there anybody has, put the weights in the comments here. Please, because I think it'll be useful information. We'll do that with 18s too. So these hats, original giant beat. So bark. Okay, now let me put the other pair on. I'm going on less caffeine today, but you'd never know it because I'm wound like a top. I'm so excited about the Paiste Giant Beat Roundtable we're going to have with George and Bob. Coming up, I got to align their timetables. 10:59 bottom. So we'll see the weight variability in original giant beats that I'm always talking about. And then here's the 912 gram top. Remember, if you ever want to spot an original giant beat, the white ink came off really easily, okay? If you're looking at the symbol, okay, here's the 12 o'clock. The Paiste embossed stamp, what's actually like pressed into the symbol, is at the 3 o'clock. You won't see that on any other Paiste symbol except giant beats. So, and it does not say giant beat in the embossed stamp like all the other Paiste lines. It just says Paiste. It looks almost identical to the Paiste Ludwig stamp, except the word Ludwig's taken out, more or less. And then the white label logo would be over here in like in a Western, like 1880s font. Okay. So here are these. See, these are a little He kept these, I think, because they're at each end sort of the spectrum, kind of. I'm going to put a sound edge bottom under these too. So there they are, the two pair I have here. So what I'm going to do now is take the bottom off, the bottom. This is the 912 bottom. Oh no, the 1059 bottom, Graham. Remember, the top of this heavier pair, the top symbol of this heavier pair is heavier than the bottom in the other pair. So let me put up a a 2002 15-inch sound edge bottom. My wife bought me a pair of these back in 2001. That's when these are from. So here we go. So this is like 34 ripples. Again, I think Paiste, more ripples sounded better because he had more cymbal contact, at least on the thinner ones. Probably in the heavy ones too. But maybe because of breakage, they lowered it to its current state. But anyway, current state. So, what did I do with that guy? Oh, here it is. So original Giant Beat top, 1960s, 1970 possibly, 912 gram, going on a sound edge bottom. I believe this baby's about 1,100 grams. So there's about 30 years difference in these babies. Okay? God, you think of 30 years? 30 years ago right now is 1987. Wow, that is all right, so here's the sound edge pair. So Eric Paiste, your Paiste people, let's hang on, I always love. Anyway. So for fun, we'll put on, I'm going to try and make this fast, but of course it won't be. I'm putting on the other, no, let me put the bottom on. So the 912, which is pretty much the, all right, let's do this. Here's the 1059, which is the heaviest of these 15s, which I'm going to put on. Okay, this is heavier than the reissues, I believe, a little. So let's listen to this. So these sound to me a lot more 2002-y. Ah. All right. So now we're gonna put on. I gotta get the bottom on. Okay, so I'm taking off the heaviest of the originals. Putting it down there. Now I'm going to put on the thinnest of the originals. This is 885 gram from the beginning of the video. Hang on. I'm really sorry about the volume spike and the frickin' hustle. Or no, it was the cymbal. the Giant Beat, the Bob phone call. I'm sorry about that. All right, hang on. So this is where you get really, my whole premise kind of with Paiste asking them to make 15-inch Giant Beat hats is that they'd be really pretty. An original pair of Formula 602 sound edge hats they're really thin and they're almost identical. They're laid the same way and everything. And a B8 Giant Beat version would be terrific. So I'm fairly certain weight-wise, this is just like a Formula 602 15-inch sound edge pair, but B8 alloy. It's got to be a little softer on the snare. All right, so now what I'm going to do, just for comparison, is put on. Bob, I'm sorry if it looks like I'm manhandling these. I'm not really. It looks like I am, but. So here is a reissue. Giant Beat Modern. Top. Okay. And again, I recommend a Paiste. Even if they want to go the easier route, they could sell a Giant Beat top with a 2002 sound edge bottom and just call it like the factory 2002 Giant Beat hybrid or something. But I do think a full pair of Giant Beat sound edge would be good. So here we go. The reissue. Ooh. Smooth. Let's go to the movie theater. Actually, it's more like, hang on. Remember the movie theater? Older people remember at the movie theater when it was time to go, let's go to the counter and let's all go to the refreshment stand. How come that's swinging like a nothing. Anyway, so. Alright, so, and for comparison, I'll put on my 2002 regular 15-inch top. I'm running out of juice here. Gosh darn it. Well, it's not here. We'll do that later, okay? But I assure you, a 2002 top, or 2002 at least current pair of 15-inch sound edge hats has a slightly more sort of a sound, which is great. Anyway, so more videos on the way. More covers. At some point I will cover rock and roll. To be honest though, it's just too freaking fast for me. That studio recording, like, it starts out at a nice tempo, but you'll see it really busts into a really fast tempo. You know what I mean? And just the sound of it, and I know I'm moaning about it, like, yeah, but live he didn't play it that fast. I think the tape machine might be a little sped up. I think they actually might have duct taped that drum intro to the song, because I think they might have had done a jam, like they might have been fooling around with it and realized the intro, they really didn't have an intro, so Bonham might have overdubbed that. Anyway, that's my feeling. More videos on the way. Please subscribe. I really, really appreciate the fan support. There's a lot of people that really seem to like my videos. So thanks. Keep coming back.